What's up, guys? Welcome to the latest episode of Barbells and Banter. So we went through, Ben and I tried to unpack body dysmorphia in this episode. Probably just our experience on it ourselves, sharing our journey of when we've experienced it, and maybe hopefully for some people who have experienced it themselves, maybe our own experiences are enough to give you guys some purpose, perspective, or whatever on the situation. So have a listen and let us know what you think. Hit us in the comments. Let us know if we bombed it, because if we did, we won't talk about it again. We talked about the usual kind of banter stuff, and as always, kind of signed off with some. Ben dropped a little quote at the end, which is a nice icing on the cake. So you got to stick around to the end to hear that. As always, if you support the podcast, you like it, show your support by sharing, subscribing, and commenting, letting us know kind of what you enjoy and what you want to see next. So I won't keep you any longer. Enjoy the episode, and we'll see you next time.
I was so upset last week, Tam. Just cut me out for 10 minutes.
Really?
I wasn't featured. It was me talking and we're just looking at you. The camera obviously went flat.
Does it look awkward?
Oh.
It'll be just me doing this, rubbing my legs.
You're a very attentive listener.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, bro, I know people don't care, but it makes such a difference in terms of engagement to watch it.
The flip from...
I was on my phone so much more during that 10 minutes because it wasn't...
Yeah.
The screen didn't change. Check out. It's fucked.
Because it'd been that long since we had a camera die that I hadn't checked the export settings for the captions. I put up, Ben's camera died, be back at this timestamp. I'd done it and everything, it just didn't come out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
right.
it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
There you go.
Amy actually said to me, Tam should put up, a caption. I said, he normally does.
The videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Ben will be right back.
Just didn't give a fuck this week.
He's probably just they won't watch it. Fuck them.
They'll either just put up with it.
The one week
I
actually watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
Futurama, what were you saying?
Oh, no, I was just... Do you watch Futurama? Or did you?
Yeah, I did, yes.
Yeah, so apparently there's new... They brought it back. There's
new episodes.
Yeah, there's after... I don't know.
It can't be good.
10 years they've just gone... Maybe because The Simpsons is...
The jokes won't hit as well.
Is gone.
Is it?
It's not gone.
Finished?
Not gone, but
it's been gone for a long
maybe
time.
they're just
It's
dead.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just all right, we'll just try and revive Futurama. But yeah, someone told me that it was
interesting.
It's back.
It's a strange show.
You didn't get into it?
No, I like it.
I watched it heaps.
Just
anything that had that same kind of...
What's her name,
Simpsons
Layla?
humor. Yeah.
It's just being attracted to a cartoon Cyclops is a weird thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's an uncomfortable
It's
situation.
because she had big swoops, man.
Yeah. Good ratios too, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah. It's between that and Dragon Ball Z, it's the men are jacked and strong, and the women have good curves.
Yeah.
Expectations?
High.
Why do
I must look like Goku?
Yeah. Why do I have body dysmorphia again?
Yeah. And then in new Dragon Ball Z anyway, women are all jacked too.
Yeah.
Did we ever get to that episode on body dysmorphia? I don't think we did.
That's what today is.
Oh, is it?
I thought.
Oh.
Tam brought it up last night. You got a whole list for today now, don't you?
Oh, are we doing body dysmorphia here on Fit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, we can do it. This is I've got some questions.
A running list.
Yeah. The one thing I did want to talk about, because you and I wouldn't say we hate cats, but we're not fans of cats.
I don't mind. I like cats more than you do.
Look, I like cats.
They're not my favourite. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of cats. I know it's going to hurt Tam's feelings, but I found some very interesting information on cats.
Yeah.
So apparently, if you own a cat, you are less desirable than if you own a dog. All right.
Based on what?
Hang on.
Keep going.
So owning a cat
I'm very intrigued.
Owning a cat.
All the cat people just turned off.
No.
Don't shoot the
This is not me. This is not me. This is on Modern Wisdom. So owning a cat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So this
you should have led with that.
All right, so this is from Modern Wisdom.
Because now people don't want to kill you.
And Chris Williams said this, not me. All right? So I just cherry-picked this out because I was like, well, we're dog people. So, half of us, or 2/3 of us are.
Yeah.
Dan's upset. He hates me right now. So if you own a cat, you're you come across as less desirable.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because owning a cat is seen as less masculine, neurotic. Is seen as less masculine, neurotic,
mm-hmm.
and that makes you less dateable.
Yeah.
So when a man asks, so they did this, it goes on.
So this is if a male owns a cat.
I think if anyone asks. Oh, yeah.
So I don't think it'd affect
A female.
your perception of a woman.
Depends how many.
Yeah, like there's a. You
But
know,
it's
we're
like-
talking about
it's
you
like-
having
but
3
it's
dogs.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
it's like if you got
yeah.
3 cats, I'm asking some questions.
Yeah. So then it follows on. This is when a man asked a woman for their number, they were 3 times more successful being accompanied by a dog
Yeah,
than,
yeah,
obviously if you had a cat.
yeah,
It's like, who is this guy?
yeah.
Imagine walking a cat and
Well,
asking
yeah,
someone for
that's
their
tough.
number.
That's tough. Like, you're a fucking weirdo. Why are you walking a cat? I don't know if that makes
Hey,
cat people less desirable or walking
have
a
you ever
cat's
walked
just
your cat?
fucking weird.
have you ever walked your cat?
We don't let our cats outside because they bolt.
Of course. Yeah.
We got a friend that does. Takes to the beach and shit.
Yeah. I used to have a neighbour that walked their cat.
Yeah.
Like, this was years ago. I just couldn't believe it. Like, on the leash and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, apparently you extended a little bit.
Yeah.
The neurotic part I felt quite entertaining.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? Because you own a cat, it's like, this person has to be crazy.
Yeah, I feel like a cat's like less. Like, neurotic can go a lot of ways. But if you're
Of
like
course, yeah.
neuroticism in terms of like controlling your environment, a cat has way less impact on the environment.
There's a lot more things a cat can get
Well,
to.
if you let it out, it does a lot worse than a dog.
Not in your house. Like, you don't come home and be like, oh no, the dog's inside. Like, the dog's come inside wet and just fucked the joint. Like, cats don't do that.
Oh, don't they like scratch couches and shit and climb up fucking curtains and stuff?
Yeah, access shelves, fuck your plants, like
Yeah. No, I feel like
furniture, yeah.
And then if you let them outside, like the dogs,
Everything.
well, the dogs only ruin what's in your yard.
Yeah.
Cats like fucking kill shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
I think it's still slightly dated, and now people are more coming around to that viewpoint. I mean, of cat owners, and now it's more like widely known that people who tend to not like cats don't like them because they can't control them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just you get nothing. Like,
Yeah, you just don't
you
get
don't
enough
get
out
the
of them.
same back from a cat.
You just don't get
as a
out of
dog.
Yeah, just like,
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
that's it. Like, a dog will show you affection a lot, whereas a cat's just like, it exists, and if
Unless
it
you
comes to you, that's
have
okay.
my dog.
Yeah.
Just doesn't like it.
I can't say the joke on our podcast because it's just very inappropriate. But Shane Gillis has a bit on cats and dogs, and it's fucking so funny.
Oh, cool.
But
Just
anyway.
tell us how funny it is and then not say
Sorry,
it. It's fine, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was
You're that guy. Like,
shouldn't have brought it up at
I
all.
was going to say this thing is so good, but I just
but I'm
can't
not
say
gonna.
it. But
I'm not gonna. Yeah. All right, 10 burpees for me. Oh shit.
yeah, I used to own a cat though. Like, so then let's not.
Yeah,
you
I had
know,
a cat that like lived to 18.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I had cat. He's 22. He was an OG. Bro.
I remember that cat.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was
It's scary, bro.
He was a big dog. He
Yeah.
just like he just get around the neighborhood. He was the dog. He was the big cat on the block though.
Yeah.
No one messed with it.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
with my cat.
because he used to just fuck them all up.
Yeah.
Until he got old, and then he just sat at the front for the rest of his life. So like,
Just a grumpy old man on the
went
stoop.
out the house onto the like our porch, which was just like the concrete part of the front of our house.
Yeah.
And he just sit there all day, and he's like, "All right, I'm back inside."
This
Did
is
that for
my
like
stoop.
8 years. Yeah, but then I had another cat. It was a shit cat.
Yeah.
Which
There are
I think is
couple-
more of a reflection of majority of cats was the other cat,
Yeah.
not my
Yeah.
OG cat.
I bought my ex a cat. It was half ragdoll, half what's the crazy ones? The cheetah looking things?
Abyssinian or whatever.
Nah. Bengal.
No, they're crazy.
So it was half and half. So it was like
Aren't they like what? Like they're so crazy because they're like as wild of a cat. As
they're
you
like
can get.
the closest to
Yeah,
an
yeah,
actual wild cat, and they're
Yeah.
super. That they play fetch and shit. They're
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I woke up one night and this like it was like 10 weeks old. It was like licking my back while I was asleep. I was like,
Yeah.
that feels disgusting. Stop it.
Yeah, it's like sandpaper.
And what is happening? And I googled it and was like, oh, it's assigned you as its mother. And I was like, that's pretty cute.
Yeah.
So
Stop doing that.
I liked that cat, and then we broke up like 2 months later. I was like, fuck.
Damn, I
take
can't
the
see that cat again.
Because Indy's gonna kill it if I bring it home.
I wonder how that works with relationships. Like who gets the pet?
Yeah.
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 I mean, yours is pretty clear cut. Not that it's gonna.
Well, I technically got Indy as a couple.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you think? Oh no, I just meant now, not back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but at that time,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, I'm taking the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Sorry. I
no-
totally forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah, it's just
yeah.
like-
I'm just like, now it's like, oh, she's my dog.
Yeah. Yeah. It was,
Yeah.
she's my dog before and she's still my dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people do like
Joint custody.
shared like you get weekends
Yeah.
for shit or
Isn't
I've
that
had
nuts?
like,
yeah.
you
I mean,
always
I know
get you know how girls talk about like the guy that like wants to just make sure he still could, like keeps you in the zone. Like,
Yeah,
when-
yeah.
after breakups and stuff. That's what girls do.
With-
Like, oh, can
with
I
dogs.
come see Indy?
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, I'll be at work at 4:00. The lead's on the table.
Yeah.
It's the move. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'll go see the dog. It's like, nah. You
Yeah, I
come
suppose
see-
if they
you can come see the
wanted
dog
to
if
like,
you want.
there still wanted to be a little bit of chaos. You know, like every now and then, like it doesn't have to necessarily be the woman. So I'm going into bat for everyone here. The the other person, the other party.
Yeah,
might
but a
wanna
guy would
cause-
just be upfront and be like, I miss you. I want to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, girls are smarter than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I want to see your dog. Yeah.
You see dog.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
How's the week been?
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Ben's the increase in Ben's progress photos.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, the multiplier.
Yeah.
You can always tell when someone's in the groove.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Feeling
good.
pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit the 10.
Yeah.
The 10 on Wednesday. I waited a day because I'd posted like the super pale picture the day before, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's a problem. So then, I waited
Yeah.
one day and then dropped it this morning. DM's gone.
So when you said hit the 10, you don't mean like the 10 as in like the running track in the city.
Nah.
It's being very clear for the Melbourneites here. You know?
Yeah. I said to Jess yesterday,
It's
I
the
wore,
fake 10. Bondi Sands.
No, Aura.
Oh, sorry.
Aura, bro.
Oh.
Sponsored.
Oh, sorry.
Don't upset.
All I only know, that's the only one I know. I'm sorry. Now I know too.
Shout outs to Aura on Instagram. Go
Yeah.
follow Sky. She's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to get some too.
My barber goes to me yesterday. Did you like go on a holiday or something? Mark, nah, bro, it's fake. And he didn't know what to do. He was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
I don't
not
know how to
is
process
not
that
a thing yet?
information.
That's not a
So
thing
I'm gonna
yet.
move on. I said to Jess, I training yesterday. That like, is it lilac? Is the color my
Yeah.
pink?
Oh,
The
yeah.
lavender.
I didn't
top.
even know what color. I was thinking green then.
So I wore that singlet to the gym with my fake tan on yesterday.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jess about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
fake tan, lilac top, and I was still like, I'll still steal your girl, bro. It's like, come at me. The swagger on him.
It's just
Yeah.
it's all about the energy, right?
That's it. It's that big dick energy. Just got to bring it everywhere you go. You'll be fine.
That's it.
You can wear
Yeah.
whatever you want then.
I
Doesn't
love
matter.
it. I love it. So have you changed anything, or are you just being in a deficit more often?
Yeah, more than sometimes. Most of the time.
Isn't it crazy how that works? Huh?
Fuck. It's
Yeah,
wild.
just be in a deficit more often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm 4 centimeters down off my waist in 4 weeks.
That's good.
So
1
6
centimeter
weeks
a
to
week's
go. If I can keep similar progress, I'll be pretty fucking happy.
Mm.
I think I'm like, I don't know, you could probably, because there's brain distortion, which we're going to talk about today.
good. Nah, it's all good, bro. You look massive.
You could probably speak to it better than I can. But I'm pretty close to like best I've ever looked, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Disagree.
Yeah?
Nah.
Oh.
Just because I didn't coach you this time.
Look,
100%.
you weren't working with a
you-
lot. I was like 70 kilos when we did that cut.
It's a lie. It was pretty hard,
It
man.
wasn't a lot of muscle to hang on to. Like, fucking hell.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I reckon in 8 weeks, it'll be like the most muscle you've ever had.
Yeah.
And like the lean. It'll be the best combination. We talk about combinations all the time.
Yeah.
So it's not just about how lean. Some people, it's not always just about how lean you are.
Yeah.
It's the combination of
Keeping
the
some size.
the development of
Yeah.
fucking years of working out,
Yeah.
as well as the leanness.
I need some real help with my posing though.
Everyone does.
I posted that photo the other day, and like my elbows are like as high as my ears. And
Yeah.
my rib. I don't think I could get there
Yeah.
that
I'm
day.
not the
like,
perfect
I don't know
poser,
if I
but
had it, but
I'm not the perfect poser. But obviously, like having
Yeah.
competed and spending a lot of time,
yeah.
I'm a bit of a poser in general. Behind closed doors, walk past the toilet. Always.
Side chest, always. Yeah.
When you walk into my
I just nearly said side tricep because that's what I would do. But you have a chest, so you just said chest.
when we walk into the laundry, if the door's open to the downstairs bathroom, the mirror is just and the lights are on. It's just lights out.
Yeah.
And I'm just always like, little. All right, Still
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Keep moving. And then we walk into the master bedroom, and I've got like the toilet on the left, and then the mirrors for the ensuite is in the front.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 angles.
Yep.
So I always just like, still got it.
Yeah.
And then it just, so I just flex on my way to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get
Go
a
to
pump.
bed feeling like a
Get a
king,
pump
right?
on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or look down the hallway just like,
Yeah. Our house is wild. So our ensuite mirror lighting combination is probably like the least flattering combination I've ever lived in.
It's very hit and miss.
But I use the other bathroom. I
Yeah.
use the main bathroom so Amy can sleep in. And it's like,
That's very considerate of you.
it's the best.
It's very considerate of you as a partner
Yeah.
to do that.
I sense feeling behind that comment. I'm still in the bad books with Steph, so I'm not touching that at all.
It's that age-old, like, like men in general will like tiptoe around the house like a ninja, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I know my wife,
Yeah.
she needs to get ready.
Yeah.
It's just lights on, shower, hair dryer. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
like, cool. Like,
I'm up.
I'll just wake up too.
Yeah. I think there's a bit of a running joke though that like I am the loud one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm like
It's like the early couple of years of our relationship, Amy did childcare. So she
Yeah.
would be like 5:30, like ghost
yeah.
out, and I didn't have to get up till like 8. But yeah, now her earliest starts 8:30. And
Because
I'm a
superior him and getting out of bed at 6
every day. Every day is 6.
Yeah. You're just preparing yourself for like when you have to go up at 6
It does cross my mind.
to get it. You got to have that on lock because that's going to be the most productive.
So
time of the day.
yeah, when we moved, I deliberately made it 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because it was good with the sun. That's when the sun was coming up anyway. And I was like, new location, new me. And then it got dark. So it went to 7 because it was just like getting up when it darks is not for me.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Like everyone that says they get up and do their 5 a.m. routine lives on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, fuck off, you're doing that in Melbourne.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
sucks, bro.
yeah.
It's
like
not worth it.
-1.
Yeah. And it's not like a positive experience. It's,
Nah.
You don't come out of that like, good on me.
I'm ready to be
You're just
productive.
like,
yeah.
fuck this place.
Yeah, feel
fuck this weather.
100%.
So yeah, now that the days are longer,
Yeah.
6 is easy.
Yeah. For some.
How dark's your room?
Very.
Yeah, so we have the like shade blind, then blackout blind.
Yeah.
So because there's very few street lights around, and now our master bedroom's kind of recessed behind the ensuite shit,
Yeah.
we only have the shade blind down.
Yeah. The sun rises at the back of the house.
Yeah.
And our bedroom's at the front.
Yeah,
so
so it stays pretty
our
dark.
old place was
Yeah.
the opposite. And we used to have like, just like the shitty blinds that had the gaps on the sides.
Yeah.
So it was just like, as soon as the sun was coming up, I'm just like,
Bing.
yeah. I definitely got up a lot.
Yeah.
A lot earlier in the old place than this one.
Yeah.
So,
Look at you, online coach laugh.
I just got
Sleeping
got
in.
my routine, man.
Sleeping in.
That's it. Just work when I want
Yeah,
to.
you work later than me though.
Yeah. Like I'll be on the computer whenever.
Yeah.
But it's like we spoke about last week. There's just no point in trying to make yourself fit into a routine that just doesn't sit well.
Yeah.
Because then if you become, I was less productive trying to do that. So I was just like, screw it. Like,
Yeah, there's a bit of a fine line to it. Like I messaged this morning, I was saying to Tam, like, can we do the pod an hour early?
yeah.
Because I got up, but I didn't really have anything urgent to do. So I just had to start a project, and all of the projects were creative.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have a coffee because I wanted to have this.
Yeah.
So I sat down on the computer and I was just like,
Yeah, what I do here.
This is going to take a bit to get going.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, I may as well just go,
Yeah.
be there earlier and start and get home sooner, obviously.
That's my resistance to locking in that early time to work.
Yeah.
Is sometimes the work
Yeah.
isn't the best.
What
at
I
that
needed
time.
was, and I actually did the process of this, was to actually just go for a walk.
Yeah.
But it feels like 3.
Yeah.
And I would have had to put a beanie on, and I'd already done my hair, so that was a high enough piece of friction for me to be like, nah.
Isn't it nuts how it was like 27 degrees the other day?
Last year.
And then like last night felt like winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I walked
Victoria's the
outside
best.
just like shorts and a t-shirt to walk the dogs, and I was like, oh, fucked up here.
Yeah. No, I went for a walk last night too. I wore my Catmandu and a beanie.
Yeah.
And got rained on.
I wore shorts and a t-shirt, and Steph gave me a scarf. And it was like the most non-Jason scarf, we'll call it. It had like all these colours in it and shit. I must look like the biggest moron. Like, it was so long as well.
To paint the picture, what colour was the whole outfit?
I love that.
So it was
Can you drop
navy,
a picture of this on the YouTube
it's
video?
like, navy blue shorts.
Yeah.
And then my long sleeve like that. And then I just had this, it had like pink and green. And it was like one of those multicoloured scarves. And it was really long. And I had that wrapped around me and it was like, flowing down my body. And then I was walking my 45 kilo German Shepherd.
So no one said anything.
No. And he's got like I bought him, they got new vests. So
I saw that.
He's got a big orange one.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So he's got orange and Claire's got purple.
Yeah, sick. I saw years ago that they were doing this vest thing where it was like red was no good for anything. Yellow was like good with people, not with dogs.
That's smart.
Green was good with everyone. And then like they just became cool. So now
yeah.
everyone just has like the color you want to have.
Yeah.
It's like, is that
I'd love to have that.
Is that an actual green
That's
thing?
where people have like an actual Velcro label on the side with text on it.
Yeah, it's too. If I've seen the label on the side, it's too late.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what color ours are because like it's like part in the fucking Red Sea.
Yeah.
Like I can just walk and everyone just goes left and right
around here for sure.
That's like, are they going to move? And I'm like, they'll move.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Yeah,
yeah. Everyone just gets out of the way. Sometimes it offends me, but it's like they're actually good with people. They just hate dogs.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference up there. Is the dog thing. Everyone has them.
Yeah,
and then if your dog's a dick, everyone gets it.
Yeah,
because they've all got farm dogs.
Yeah,
so they're all dicks.
Yeah, which hate everyone but their owners. Yeah,
or just like are overexcited and can't deal with the situation. I walked past a lady yesterday. She was walking two. I don't think they were pitties, but like big. They're too big for staffies, but didn't look like pitties.
Bulldogs.
Just something like that. Two of them that were walking her, and I sort of turned the corner and was like, "Nope," and crossed the road, and then Indy was being pretty good, to be honest, and she was just like, but it's like big smile and wave across the road, like, hey, like, whereas you do that here, it's just like,
I hate you. People around here are weird. Yeah. It's like there's this like flex to walk a dog off its lead. Yeah. It does my nut in. Yeah. It's like, if your dogs come anywhere near mine, I'm going to let the leads go and they're going to tear it apart. Yeah. Like,
because I'm not getting torn apart to deal with it.
No, 100%. Yeah. And it's just like dogs are like, just that, the blind confidence that they think that because it's so trained that it won't see another animal and want to go towards it. Yeah. Just does my head in.
So high risk for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, the crazy lady moved out down the street.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, gone.
Awesome.
My prayers have been answered. There's no staffies running around my street off lead. I can't believe it.
Happy days.
Yeah. So now I'm just like, just put the harnesses on the dogs. Yep. Just let them run out the front, jump in the car now. It's good. Yeah. Because I used to have to like
just in case
go put the leads on, walk each dog out to the car in case this. So yeah, it's such a relief, man.
In case there's a dog in your driveway.
Yeah, in my house. Like us. So yeah, that was good.
So I bought a waist lead. It's the best description I know you talk about. Like a clip-on one, a hands-free lead. Yeah. I bought it for running, but I just walk it with it as well.
Yeah, well, that'd be good too.
So it's got elastic on the end, so when she does pull, you can barely feel it, but it's enough feedback for her to know.
Stop, yeah.
So with that and the leader, like the muzzle thing that guides her face.
I still have to use that with Mav.
Fuck, it's the best, man.
Yeah, right. I might give that a crack.
Until she gets tired, and then she gets tired in her legs all the time because she's slow.
We run a tight ship with Mav. He's got the harness. Yeah. And then the leader, but the harness isn't clipped to anything. It's just I need the back
to hold on to him
in case he goes nuts. Yeah. I'm just like, got you, boss.
Yeah.
You run a very tight ship. Yeah. He could just go crazy at any moment. I'll say that, like walking him is kind of like taming a wild horse. Yeah. Like he's always, wiggling his head and jumping and shit. So I'm like, I'm basically a horse trainer right now. Like,
I've got this covered.
It's like every time he leaves the house, it's like he's the fucking wild dog again.
Yeah. He's so fun. Mav's so funny because he's just like so goofy, but so big.
It's a big ball of anxious.
That if you don't know dogs, he's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
But if you do and you look at his body language, he's just like, he's so overwhelmingly excited.
Yeah.
And he just can't handle
people
what's going on.
People are kind of like, the dog's going to be out. Like, yeah, they live here.
Yeah.
Because I know they're scared, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to
I actually
tame
had a little moment at your place last time you came over because I just came in.
Oh, and
And I was like, I think they know me.
Yeah, they just make noise.
Yeah, and I was confident, but just that little thought goes,
Yeah.
because if Mav goes, Cleo's gonna.
No, it'll be the opposite.
Yeah.
Cleo's the savage.
Yeah, but Cleo's sweet. Like I am comfortable with Cleo because I've known her long enough.
She's the one that'll get you there.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do that. She's. I've seen that. You know, someone who just like undeniably backs themselves.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you don't have what it takes, she's that. Yeah,
she'd have it against me.
She'd go down swinging.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen her pick fights with. I'm like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, the cat owners don't want to talk about our fucking dogs.
Well, yeah. Well, they've left ages ago, so fuck them anyway.
I'll fucking show you that I'm less desirable.
No, I do need to. I feel like we need to add a caveat to a location or lifestyle that isn't conducive to a dog. Because I'd rather have a cat than no pet.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're in an apartment or you work a lot and no one's home,
Hey.
I would be on team cat.
You can have whatever pet you like. All I'm saying is the people have spoken.
I wish my old neighbor...
So if it ever happened and you or I were single, it's team dog every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because.
Do you ever think about how much...
It's tripling our likelihood.
Yeah.
It triples our status, right?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about... I just more probably than you because I've rented my whole life. Have you ever thought about how much your dog has cost you?
Yeah. I know how much my dogs cost me. Thousands.
Yeah, but not like in vet fees and shit.
Oh, yeah, because I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So like I thought about it. Like we would probably, when we're living in Essendon, we would have just lived in an apartment.
Yeah.
And I probably would have maybe spent time in the city in an apartment. Just like all the houses that I've chosen and the rent increases that's come with that because 100%. I need my dog.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck, you've probably cost me like 5-10 grand a year for 10 years.
My dog's probably cost me money, but probably saved me money at the same time.
Interesting. Because you travel less?
Well, yeah, and I bought a house. In the suburbs to have a big backyard for both of them.
Yeah, instead of in town.
So then I would have spent the same money, not less, of course. Just got like something really awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'd just be like out every night.
Yeah.
We'd be those city people, yeah?
Yeah.
Never eat dinner and shit.
Yeah.
You're always getting wasted, wondering why I'm not making any progress.
Kid-free living in
I don't know why. I don't know why my body's not changing. It's too many Negronis during the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably how the dogs have.
That's a good way to look at it.
Influenced, but yeah, we don't go on holidays because having two sucks.
Yeah,
from that perspective,
yeah.
Double the love, but it's very hard to get someone to look after them.
Thanks, Tam.
You're held dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Stephanie and I's heart.
Yeah, you're the last one too.
You got to make this.
We've been through a few.
This is how this company stays sane. We need to go on holiday.
Yeah. If you can't work for us, if you can't take care of our dogs,
I'm gonna go into like a nervous breakdown.
Fuck.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the STCfit podcast, where we talk about all things nutrition, training, and how to live your best life. If you want some more information about coaching, our free resources, and other fitness-related content, be sure to check us out on our website at www.stcfit.com. All right, let's get to the episode. All right, I think I'm ready.
Heavy topic time.
I've rubbed my thighs enough.
It's funny, like I feel like we should have done this episode 2 weeks ago when I wasn't feeling myself so much.
when you had it, it's okay. Let's do it because I feel it every day.
Yeah, look, I still feel small. But.
So we've had so many conversations. So this was the one where like you put the t-shirts on and we'll talk about the clothes and we felt small?
No, so we just had a request to talk about male body image because everyone always talks about women's body image.
Body image and mental health.
And it was after my post the other week, I put just a bicep post up. And I was
felt big, might delete later?
Well... I posted it and I was like, I look fucking 65 kilos. And then I put the thing up. Like most I feel like my clients don't think I understand how they feel when the scale goes up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you've never been a chick that has to get heavy. It's like, you've never been a guy that started in the gym at 58 kilos. Like, I get it. The distortion that goes on in your brain when that happens.
Yeah.
So that's where it stemmed from.
Yeah. And I'm like, but what makes you? I was like, what makes you come back? What makes you come back to the gym?
You just feel like that forever. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's we don't talk about it, and if we do, we make fun of it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Which is probably what we'll do today. But yeah, well, like we joke about having it.
Yeah.
How much does it actually play into your moods and stuff? How often do you think you're like...
How I look?
Yeah, how often are you emotionally affected by your perception of how you look, not how you look?
Probably for about 3 minutes a day.
Yeah.
So every now and
Negatively?
then. Sometimes.
Or it could be positive, could be negative, depending on...
Oh, no, if it's positive, it's like 23 hours and 59 minutes. I'm just like, if I'm in shape, I'm like,
I'm busy.
Yeah. It's like, why are you looking through me through the mirror? There's a good reflection there on my chest. Yeah. Look, it's a roller coaster. Because it's like, there'll be times when I'm just like, oh, like the other day, when we were picking outfits to go out for the intensive, I was like, I said to Steph, I'm like, I don't have any nice clothes. She's like, you have lots of nice clothes.
Yeah.
It's like, lots. And I'm like, okay, so let me rephrase that. I'm too fucking big right now.
Yeah.
Like, and that was when would have been peak, like, accidentally got massive stage. I would have been about 100. I would have been about 100 kilos then.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like, I was like, fuck, and I was just putting on outfit after outfit, and I'm like, this feels shit.
Yep.
So I feel
big,
disgusting.
Yep.
And obviously, people are gonna be like, oh, well, why would you think that? You're big, whatever. But it's just like, yeah. So there'll be times when I'm like pushing the body weight, and I'm like not happy with how I feel, and definitely not happy with how I look. But I don't know. I've always been, what's the word? Partial. I don't know.
Impartial.
I've always just looked at myself and gone, this is what I need to do to get myself where I need to go.
Yeah.
Like I've always gone like, even when I've been like a big and soft, and I'm not happy with how I look, I just always am like, but the only way to like build muscle is to like eat more, and the only way to, when you eat more, like you have put on body
it with logic.
You put on body fat. Yeah, you save it. I always save it with logic.
Yeah.
But I do that with most things.
Which is interesting. Like, the question was framed in that women talk about it a lot, but men don't. And that's a very woman versus male thing.
Yeah.
Like, the whole, like, I just need you to listen to what I'm saying, not fix the situation.
Yeah.
Whereas a male's like, I'm coming to you because I need a solution.
Yeah.
And so you do that with yourself. It's like,
100%.
This is the logic that's got actually happening with the conversation. It's like, oh, my body weight's the same and my waist measurement's down. You're not like, shut the fuck up. You're not small. You're being an idiot.
Yeah.
I put this on this morning and I was like, oh, fuck, this feels a little bit loose. You're the same, bro. Like, you're the same weight. It's not.
Just 4 centimeters circumference around
through
your
the
waist.
waist. Yeah. Like,
if anything, it'll make you look bigger.
Yeah. It's just like, you're not. It makes no sense. You wore the same shirt the last fucking 18 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same.
I think the caveat for me, in my opinion, on all of this stuff is like, I've never experienced like the spectrums that other people can on either side. Like, I don't know what it's like to be, every moment or have the way you look and feel affect you that badly.
Yeah.
That it will stop you from doing, other things that, people enjoy in life and stuff. Like, affects relationships with people, affects experiences, like how you go and do things, or enjoy life and stuff, or even just like to the point where like maybe someone will give up at the gym, like because they're just like, fuck it, like
I don't even look that good anyway.
Or it's like, what's the point? I do this. I've been doing this every day. It's like, what's the point? Like, I've never experienced it to that degree, so I can see if people were really struggling with that kind of stuff, and then obviously package in the pressure that we get online socially to look a specific way. Like, even though there's so many good physiques on the internet, they're like less than 1% of the actual physiques that exist in mankind. So
yeah.
But if you're not feeling good about yourself and you're not happy with how you look, and then all you do is immerse yourself in what you don't have, it's like the big arms thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, that's all I look at.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, you guys are
big
massive.
arms.
Yeah. But it's like not to the point where it would hurt my feelings enough to make me stop. But there will be people, and then they're just like, fuck, I'm going to stop. And I think that's an issue that someone probably needs to unpack with someone.
Yeah, so I've had experiences young that are way too heavy to go into in this podcast that attributed me to look for a feeling of strength and power.
Yeah, I can feel that.
So going from 58 kilos at 21 to then being always trying to get bigger, going the other way is like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. So and then even like, I've got speaking to a few clients that like, one of them was like, and she's not tall. I think she said she was 130 kilos. She now walks around like low 70s, high 60s. And she's like, I gain a kilo now and I think I look 130 kilos again.
Yeah. Straight
away. And I know there's obviously guys that do the same thing. This is probably not gender specific now. But yeah, like if you were bullied in high school for how you looked, if it's an outlet to deal with whatever else, like I think that's where it goes down a crazy, not crazy, that's the wrong word, but goes down a real emotionally charged environment. So it's like, if I don't look this way, then I'm a piece of shit. And then it just scales from there.
Yeah, I wonder if because fitness culture is really popular now, probably the most popular it's ever been. I wonder if that influences like the way a man should look as well, or the way a woman should look too.
Yeah. Have you seen the pictures of like, I think it's 30-year-olds or 35-year-olds or something in 80s sitcoms versus now?
I haven't seen it.
It's fucking wild, bro. They look 45 now.
Like
back then, they look like a 45-year-old and they're 35, and that's like, it's like balding men and people with wrinkles and crow's feet and shit.
Yeah, and now it's not. It's like
they're fucking perfect.
Everyone's got Botox and fucking all the skin treatment and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I reckon there's probably a bit to that. Like, we're supposed to there's probably pressure to look a specific way. And then like there's also definitely a status thing with being bigger.
Yeah.
You get treated differently when you're bigger.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And I wouldn't.
I think,
I am honestly going to say that it is enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you get treated differently. When you're a small person, it's like no one really kind of pays attention to you. Like, other people don't pay attention to you. It's like the chick with like, the fake, the big set and the nice butt. It's like they even though they say they don't like that attention from like the outer circle, like the people that would never, you would never interact with, they fucking like it, man.
Yeah,
and
literally
it's
and figuratively, a lot of doors are open for you.
Yeah, and a bigger person, it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
In that, it's like you get more attention, like you get more conversations. Like we spoke, like was it last week? It's like I've spoken to more people in the last 2 or 3 weeks at the gym, and it's like just because you're trained, you look a certain way. Like I'm definitely not fucking the perfect person, and I'm not big and massive to the point where like I could be on a magazine or anything. But it's just like I've trained for a long period of time now for people to just be like, this guy's big.
Yeah. And
it's not a bad feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a bad feeling to walk into the gym and people will just, like, ask you questions and, what are you training today? And, this dude lifts this and whatever. So I just wonder if, like, even just knowing, and if you're on the outer circle and you see that, like, what are you going to do?
I wonder, too...
Just quickly, I guess the caveat is you don't control what kind of attention you get. It's
which
doors are open.
Which is the same.
And that's it. Like the attention that hasn't always been positive.
I was going to say, so we don't go out anymore because we're old. But I know so many like
you don't.
Yeah, I know so many like big people, whether it's tall or massive, that just attract trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
100%.
I'll fucking take down the big dog.
100%.
Like that kind of attitude.
Yeah, it's
like,
always, it comes with the good and the bad. Because you can be in the gym environment like that. And I've had a lot of circumstances where I'm just like, why the fuck has this happened to me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. You piss me off, I'll let you know about it, and I'm going to hold my ground. But I don't go looking for anything. It's like I'm too old. Can't be bothered. Whatever. But it's like it just gravitates towards you, and there is a little bit of that. It's just like they've presented themselves a certain way. There's their stature. There's that kind of alpha syndrome. It's like I'm coming for you.
Yeah. There's also like without going full Andrew Tate red pill, there's also like at the moment like seemingly a push against masculinity too. So if all the people who are like in the camp that anything masculine's toxic, you feel the heat of that as well. And I feel I fucking walked into as an example, right? And I'm also aware that like I have a high fade and tattoos, and I had a basketball jersey on. Like,
and a fake tan.
No, I wasn't tan this day.
Oh, okay.
It's before the 10. So I went from the gym to the cafe to meet Amy, just forgetting that it was school holidays. And the shoes were that pretty dead. But it was like pumped. There was one table available in the whole joint. I walked in the door and it was like, on the TV when you like the whole room stops and just stares at someone.
Like when we walked into the food court together in fucking Ipswich. I do.
So that happened and I was just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And like the only table was free that was down the back. And I was just like, head down, rolled my shoulders, put my head down and just went and sat down. And then Amy was meeting me there. So she like came and sat down. I'm like, can you please go up and order? Because everyone stared at me. And then I was like, I had my long sleeve with me. And I was like, I'm going to just put my long sleeve on and sweat and just be here by myself. Please stop staring at me.
Meathead.
Yeah, it's interesting. And like people will probably say that I'm hyper aware of it. And I think potentially, like you said, being the smaller guy in the room most of my life to then being a bigger guy in many rooms.
Especially. Yeah.
With like normies, let's say. Yeah. Not in fucking doldies, but...
not when you hang out with Will Crozier.
Yeah. But in a normal room, that attention is really noticeable because it's not something I've always had.
Yeah.
So I'm very conscious of that perception. Yeah. So I'll like pitch up my voice, overdo please and thank yous. Yeah. Like just try and do everything I can to be like, I'm 100%. Nice. Like I promise.
I just have big muscles.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm aware that particularly like if I'm in a singlet and stuff, I'm aware that the tattoos and stuff add another layer to that as well. The way I dress adds a layer to it. It's just like, I'm aware. So then when I feel it, I'm like, I can soften this for this situation. Yeah.
Yeah. I think once you start lifting weights, if you do it for an aesthetic purpose, you're always going to experience some of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's ever a person that takes training seriously for the venture of building a body. Yeah. And then is ever going to look at themselves and go like, I've made it. You know? So they're always going to experience it to a degree. I just think like there's spectrums where it's going to be, it's unhealthy. And if you are presenting behaviors where it's infiltrating other elements of your life and in a really negative way, it's probably not the thing to do. You probably need to get...
We've talked about it before, like
some help on that. Yeah.
I've always said like when I talk to people about competing and stuff like that and people are like, oh, competing's like, it's bad. It's just like, period. Competing's bad. It's bad for mental health. It's blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're the perfect example, I think, of being able to stay objective. Like when I think of someone who does bodybuilding as a sport, I think of you. It's like Jace doesn't come to work sad because he's fluffy.
Yeah, it's just necessary.
Like some competitors do because they just get fucked up. You don't blow out after a cut because you're not... It's not a mental breakdown after achieving the goal. It's just like, this is my sport and it's what I like to do. Yeah. And I think that if you have that, then that's fucking cool. I moved away from body composition training because I didn't. Yeah. Like I would get up every day, not big enough, not lean enough.
Yeah, I still do that, but
does it affect your mood?
Nah.
I think that's
I've had a lot of conversations with myself about it though.
Yeah.
Like bouncing back from my show, the first show was really hard.
Yeah.
But I just kept telling myself like, this is how it has to be.
Yeah.
Like this is...
Yeah.
It was still really tough and really challenging, but I think the objectiveness of it and me as a person, always leaning on that, and even just being a problem solver. It's like, well, this is the problem. How do you solve it? It's like you have to go back to the way you normally live.
Body fat,
yeah. I think knowledge is power too, because it's like, even just from an individual perspective, like people are going to perform better at certain levels of body fat, and then it's like if you take your training seriously and your results seriously, it's like, well,
you have to live there.
Maybe you are better. Like, I don't know if you guys notice, but I always go back to a certain body size.
Yeah.
Like after a cut, it's never super lean, it's never super fat. It's always something in between, and it's like I've just worked out that that's just where I land to live my life normally, and it's also where I land to feel my strongest and best. So everyone's going to kind of have a different spectrum of that. Some people are going to be able to operate a little bit leaner, and some people are going to operate probably a little bit kind of fluffier. And when you know that, you can accept it a little bit more. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that like I don't wake up and I'm just like, oh, I wish I was the dude that had a 6-pack when he was 15% body fat and stuff. Like I've got a DEXA scan, I can prove it, and photos to match, where I was like 9% or 10% on DEXA, and the guy was like, oh, you have a 6-pack then? Yeah. I'm like, nah, bro. Yeah. No 6-pack here, cuz. Like, so yeah, I still have those thoughts and feelings, but like you said, it doesn't affect me to the point where I'm like I treat Steph badly, or you guys, or you know, I'm in a foul mood all the time and stuff. Yeah. And that's where you probably need to have a really good conversation with someone. Yeah. To be like, well, what really are the motivators to you to embark on this hobby or this practice, and like, is there something else that you need to do first to accept what's happening and accept what you are, and then start to better yourself?
Yeah, I think for me it was a little bit of a mood shift, depending on and that was the most fucked up thing. It's like, how much salt did you have the day before determined your mood the next morning? Yeah. It's like, that's wild. And still, like, obviously you can have the conversation and get out of it, but I think it took up so much of my emotional and just like mental space all day, every day. Yeah. Got to eat, got to do this. Do I look big? Walk past the mirror. Do I look this? Like that whole time. Go on dates. How do I look? Like all of that kind of shit. What's she thinking about how I look? All of that, like all the time. Yeah. So then going to when I first like was introduced to barbell training, I was like, the weight's the weight. Yeah. And if I do all the stuff I'm supposed to do, the weight goes up. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what mood I'm in or anything. It's like, if I do the steps that I'm supposed to do, which I was doing with I put on, what did we put on, like 17 kilos or something? Yeah. At the time, before I moved to powerlifting. And it was like, that's pretty fucking good. Not a lot of people have put on, and if you think of percentage of body weight, it's like,
it's huge.
Yeah, like 40% gain in body weight.
Yeah, it's significant. What's that in pounds? Like 30?
Yeah. 30 pounds.
So you meant to put on between 20 and 25, you know, within the period that we did.
Yeah.
On average.
Yeah.
We put on more than that.
Yeah. And I was still only 75 kilos.
Healthy weighted human now.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't underweight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I want to be overweight, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the being able to just, if I do X, Y happens. Yeah. And Y was kilos on the bar. And then just that became, I was still pretty in with the powerlifting stuff, and it took up a lot of space in my head.
Of course.
But way less emotion than bodybuilding. And the only time that it was really affect my mood is if I couldn't do the thing. Yeah. Like late in prep, you miss a lift, or you've got pain or a niggle or something like that. That's like, if I couldn't squat because my elbow hurt, I was pissed off the rest of the day. But not waking up moody every day. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
This is an interesting shift.
Yeah. I think, like, depending on the angle maybe where this question is asked, like, we're not 100% sure, but then you can also kind of just talk about, like, the differences between, like, the expectations of even just language and description between, like, males or men and women or whatever gender you want to reside by. But it's like we talked about with the t-shirt stuff. Like, or even when someone says, like, you're skinny or you're this, or if you gave a guy a smaller size top, like, it's not as big of a deal as you gave. Yeah. You know, it's like, it's the same.
Yeah.
We feel-
Imagine buying a size 8 girl a size 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's over
Or
for
even
you.
saying, like, even just using the language.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like sometimes it's come across like we don't care.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care what words are used.
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
We definitely
if you don't like it, it's highly likely we don't like it.
Yeah, we just don't talk about it as much.
Yeah. Or we're just working because we're always trying to put on weight. Like,
Yeah.
it's just we use words that are complementary to that. Where people are like, oh, I would never
Yeah.
say that to someone.
Yeah.
But it's like it's still the same kind of concept, right? It's like if you don't use that word with somebody, and you're a woman or whatever, then it's highly likely that like we don't like that word as well.
Correct. Yeah.
It's just like
or whatever the equivalent of it is.
And it goes both ways too.
Yeah. I remember that last cut we did. It was actually at Good Life Essendon, because I think she's one of the like class instructors, but like trained in the gym all the time, just like one of the gym people. You know what I mean? Like part of the thread of the gym. I walk past like client the dash to the toilet and back.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my God, like you look so skinny."
Yeah.
And I must have just like fucking just death-eyed her.
Yeah.
And I was going to the toilet, so I just kept going.
It's my soul just leaving me.
I came back out. She's like, "I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I meant you look lean. You look great. Like, I noticed you look amazing." Like, and I was like, fuck, my face must have just been like, I want to rip your face off right now.
Yeah.
It's like, that is the wrong word.
Definitely is.
Yeah, wild.
Do not call a lifter skinny.
Yeah. So
only a lifter can call themselves skinny.
Yes. Yeah.
What's up, guys? So before we move on, just a little bit more information for those people who are curious about coaching. Maybe they want someone to take care of their training, get a bit more specific, take it to the next level, or even just keep them accountable to all of the things that they need to do. So again, you guys can go onto the website, get a little bit more information. It's got all the information on there on what's involved to take your training to the next level. You can hit the inquiry button, and then we'll get on a strategy call and see what we can do for you.
So I hope we have some younger listeners, because I don't know, but we have heaps of young people at Gisborne. Like, it's like known as like where all the kids go.
Yeah,
like, you know how people complain on the internet, and I always used to get annoyed. Like, well, just fucking go somewhere else then. If you don't like all the kids in the gym. Like, well, it's the only gym in town. So just don't train at those times. School holidays sucks, by the way.
Sense of business opportunity.
Yeah, fuck off. Go to the gym at 3:30 like when you're supposed to. Stop going during the day. Anyway, the difference between the girls coming through and the boys coming through compared to our generation. I was talking to did a consult with a trainer yesterday. She's 22. And I was like, I said I'm dating myself, but I'm from the era of like making content about like girls get off the treadmill.
Yeah.
And come into the weights room. And that, like, the first 5 years of our career was doing that.
Yeah.
I watched this couple the other day, this girl, jacked. She would have been like 18, capped delts, abs, jacked. On a shoulder press, just like berating her boyfriend. Like, come on, do 2 more. You're easy 2 more, go.
Yeah,
and like, he was just like this skinny guy in an oversized top, just like, that had barely trained. I'm like, fuck, tides have turned.
Yeah.
Like, remember going to the gym back in those days, and you always see like the mansplaining boyfriend with the girlfriend who he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Yeah, I was just like, fuck, this is wild.
Yeah.
So I do wonder, with the red pill thing, how much of the 16 to 24-year-old male now, if they value being massive like we did. Because they've got different heroes.
I was just about to say that. Their role models are different too. Yeah.
All the female role models are jacked.
Yeah.
But I don't know who the male ones are now. Because it's not Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah. Yeah, even like...
It's not Stallone. It's not...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, Batman,
Will Smith
Superman,
in fucking Bad Boys and shit like that. Like, it's...
Yeah.
It's like... Jonah Hill and...
Yeah, actually, who the fuck... I don't even know. Of course we don't know.
Who's pop culture role models for boys at the moment? I asked Tam. He's like,
but it's like
only 5 years younger than us.
Well, it wasn't even I think I saw like illustrations of like comic book heroes and stuff when we were younger, and it's like even just from the 80s to the 90s, like they were fucking
so
massive.
big. Yeah.
Like they were huge. Yeah.
Now it's a lot more approachable physiques. Like the first thing that came to my mind was Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
He's jacked.
Yeah, he's like
I like Henry.
No, but it's
Yeah.
like he's not The Rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
True.
yeah. But he's still
he's
I
still
get
pretty
it.
big.
he's fucking hinged, bro.
So
yeah.
I'm
How's the
saying,
jaw on him though? Fuck.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
The perfect human.
Yeah, I think he's still us. I think
Yeah.
we look at Henry Cavill and
Fucking
we're all
hopefully
like,
do.
oh, what a man.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100. He's on the turn list.
Yeah.
Like the ones that you would. He's definitely on
Yeah.
there.
So
Yeah,
it's,
but I
it's
think
not that
like
different.
He's a very dreamy man.
It's not that different. It's just that different cartoons are playing.
Yeah.
I think a 20-year-old now would rather look like Liam Hemsworth than Chris.
Yeah. In Thor.
Not that they know who that is. It's just that's the image.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the approachable, nice guy.
Yeah. 100%.
Like still good looking and basic
Oh
features.
yeah. We've
Like-
gone.
Like Charles Leclerc is like
Yeah.
the dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like still attractive.
If you don't know who that is, Google it.
Yeah, he's fuck that guy.
Dreamy.
Every
Dreamy.
anytime him and Pierre come
Yeah.
on the TV, I'm
Stop-
like, fuck that guy.
Stop hanging out together.
Stop being so rich and fucking good looking.
Rich
I
and
hate you.
beautiful, you
Yeah,
bastards.
and doing my absolute dream job. You're fucked.
That's like 5 sports, and he's like, "That's not enough. I'm also a pianist."
Yeah, and can speak like fucking
Yeah,
6
he's bilingual
languages.
as well, right?
Yeah.
It's a sign of intelligence.
Bilingual.
Bilingual, yeah.
Yeah, so all of Australia is not intelligent because we can't do it.
We make the language worse.
Yeah. Yeah, we're bilingual. We speak Australian and English.
Yeah.
Because they're not the same. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's we used to call it like geek chic. That was like a thing back in like high school. There was like this certain group that liked the geeky guy. I feel like that's mainstream now.
I reckon we're coming back towards.
I don't know.
Well, I think now people are a lot less just in one box. Like you can have a lot of different facets. So it's like it's actually cool now to, do a little bit of fitness, be a little bit nerdy or geeky about a certain thing,
Yeah.
go hiking, whatever. Like
Just be
it's
a
all-
jacked nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're unstoppable,
Just be everything.
like me.
Same, bro. Same.
Did I tell you? Did you know the average gamer, the age of the average gamer is 35?
Yeah.
I don't think I can hit that nail on the head.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's not surprising at all because we didn't have
but that was
any-
on console, and that was done by Sony, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got my PS1 when I was like, I think 5 or 6 or something like that. I can't remember. I was young.
Later.
7? I was in primary school.
Yeah.
Under 12.
Or maybe it was.
I reckon maybe 10.
Nah, yeah. Or maybe
You
that
would've
was a
maybe been 8,
Sega or
9, I
something.
guess.
Maybe it was a Sega or
Yeah.
something.
I had Sega up until I reckon.
It was grade 6. It would have been grade 6.
Yeah, so that's 11.
Grade 6 usually 11, 12.
Yeah,
Oh, there
which
you
would
go.
have made me 9, 10. So that's.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
even that, like, now video games aren't seen as just nerdy or uncool. It's like,
Oh,
it's
they
a thing
only
now.
are to older people.
Yeah.
Oh,
older
not even,
than us.
it's
No,
changed.
like people older
Older
people
than
than
us.
me are like, what do you still play video
Yeah.
games? I'm
Yeah.
like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's what
Like-
I mean.
Yeah.
Why do you go fishing?
Now
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
Why do you do anything?
Yeah. I watched was watching a personal development video. If you haven't watched the video for next weekend, watch it. It's pretty good.
Is there a video?
Yeah, I sent it to you like a week ago. I only watched it last night.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Where'd you send
It
it?
goes for 48 minutes.
Where'd you send it?
I'll send it to you again.
Thank you.
It's in the Google Drive. You can just watch it.
That's probably why I didn't watch it.
Now where the fuck was I going with that?
Video
Oh,
games.
he was talking about like
Older people.
spiritual health. So he was talking
Yeah.
about the 3 areas. He was like mental health, and he was just talking about like what you need to do for life fitness.
Yeah.
So you got to have mental, emotional capacity. This is about building like large scale businesses and multiple businesses and stuff. So it was like how for the life that I want to lead, what do I need my brain to be able to handle,
Yeah.
and what do I need to do to achieve that?
Yeah.
So it was like getting enough sleep and
Yeah.
training it and learning and like listening to podcasts and just forever expanding your knowledge and blah, 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 blah. Then he went into physical, which is pretty self-explanatory. I need to be fit enough to do the thing and have the vitality and the focus and all of
course.
that. And then he went into spirituality, and I was like, oh, it's going to be like breathwork and stuff and meditation, which it was. Yeah. But he actually put video games in it.
In the spiritual side?
He's like, whatever you do that feels meditative to you.
I'm fucking Gandhi. If fucking video games are spiritual, I'm fucking Mr. Zen right here.
It's funny, right? Like, meditation is just being present. The whole goal of meditation is being in the single moment that you're in right now and trying to forget that anything else exists.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but video games do that pretty fucking well for me.
That and... Oh, can't say what.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And if the second I think about something, like obviously I play racing games in the sim. The second I start thinking about something else, I crash.
Yeah.
So it's like the punishment for not being present is very high.
Yeah.
Usually wastes an entire hour.
Yeah. If I've had a bad day, Steph always is like, you should go and play video games.
Yeah, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. She's like, if I'm in a foul mood.
Yeah.
And like, not even, like, it's not like you just treat them like shit. But you're just in a bad mood. She's like, you should.
Yeah.
Go relax.
Yeah. It's just always the outlet, right?
Yeah.
And it's great.
How long we got?
Right under an hour.
Yeah, sick. Yeah. Is your wife like...
Also say hi to Amy.
What's up? Oh, I was just about to start talking about our wives. Go away.
Yeah.
Do something else.
This is what we do here.
Like, there was the other day, I was like, the one we watched, another sentence of me like, Amy will never watch this. It's fine. And talk about
when
something.
you said she was laughing, I was like, didn't we talk about it? And you were like, my wife never watches this.
Yeah. So she does when I put it on like a dickhead.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Is your wife like super attuned to when like you need attention, or I don't want to say like tolerate, but like willing to accept attention and like, yeah, let's be near me and like hang out. And then when you're just like, I need to be, there needs to be a fucking 3 feet radius around me. Don't fucking come inside.
She's very aware of that because she goes, I think you need to go and play PlayStation. That's when she's like, get away. You're real hard to be around. She's like, I think we need to go our separate ways. So that'll be like, she's going to go up and watch like TV shows and I have to play PlayStation or go to the driving range. So it's like, that's her nice way of saying you're being very difficult right now.
It's so funny to me that the way I imagine she says that is like telling your kid like go play outside for a bit.
It's very like exactly. That. Yeah. It's very like that. We need to go out. Like if we've spent the morning together, and by the time I've just like gotten sick of fucking being at the shops and there's a million people around and stuff, and like we get home, she's like, all right, you're
expired.
Yeah. Let's reconvene this later.
So at the moment we have a spare mattress on the floor in the lounge room. So after dinner, we've been like just chilling out in there, watching our own podcast like a narcissist. And I've like the couches are laid side by side. So I like sat on the couch to have my dinner. Don't watch the TV while you eat, guys. It's bad for you. But I sat on the couch to have my dinner and then just like moved the table and just laid down on the couch. And I just saw like, she sort of looked at me, evaluated the situation and was like, he'll come over here when he's ready. And didn't say anything and just like chilled out. And then like, I reckon 90 minutes later, I like went and laid down with her. She's like, oh, hi, welcome back. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm annoying. I just needed a minute.
Yeah. I need reminders, not a very, I don't know,
affectionate.
Not that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kills my wife. I'm like Cleo. It's just like, I'll just let you know I love you.
Yeah. But then I'm going to go sit over
here. But don't touch me for 2 hours.
Yeah, I just only have so much available space and then I need to decompress.
Get real hot too, man. Like,
fuck.
It's not just like, it's not the fact that I don't want to kind of touch someone and like hug Steph and show her I love her. Because I do. It's just like, after about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm like, I'm hot. I'm hot. And then like, where's my arm go? Like this arm, like
your hair in your face and shit.
Yeah, it's just like they don't understand, man.
Yeah,
when you're the little spoon, it's good.
Yeah. So, add a 23-week pregnant woman to that. Fucking hell, it's like you lay over there.
Yeah.
Like tap on the shoulder, I love you. Like not cuddling because it's too fucking hot. Even these cold nights, we've still got the fan on.
Yeah.
Because both of us are just like, actually, she's still cold. But
Yeah. Blame it on her.
she's radiating heat. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm training a lot and eating a lot of protein.
Yeah.
And I only eat carbohydrates before bed. So we can't be near each other. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can't even put a hand on Steph without Mav going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got this.
Interesting.
He's just got this thing. He's obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes like we'll just stand up and hug,
Yeah.
and he tries to like he puts his nose in between the two of us and jumps in between us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just like he's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indy used. She stopped doing it lately.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to try and kind of get him to sit and just deal with it.
Yeah.
This is happening, buddy.
Indy's always barked.
Yeah.
If we stand up and cuddle, she's like no.
Yeah, if we do it, that's the
Not
same.
on.
If we do it, he's just like, I'm not having it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm getting in the middle of this. It's kind of funny because because they have such strong necks. Like when he wiggles his nose in, it kind of feels funny. Like he's like pushing you with his nose.
Get out of the way.
And he's like nestling his way in, and then he just jumps and just splits the two of us. Anyway,
I don't know if we nailed that segment or not, but hopefully, if there's anyone out there.
I don't look. You're not alone. I think the hardest part is that, like we said, it's the spectrum of is it toxic enough to take away from every other element of your life, or is there? It's like I just find it like imposter syndrome a little bit.
Yeah,
like a little bit is okay because if you don't sit there and think like,
healthy,
am I good enough? Do I know enough? Am I the person to be doing this? Then you could just be that naive, person who thinks you know everything, and you might be hurting people if you're a coach or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just think once you go to train to better yourself, the hardest part is because we have so much potential, and everybody has so much potential to look a certain way and develop this and increase your strength and performance. You're always going to be left with the what if.
Yeah.
What if I added a little bit more size to those arms?
Yeah.
What if I could add another 5 kilos to that bench?
Yeah.
What if I could cut? So if the what ifs are that detrimental that it's or that weigh that heavy on you that it is making you feel and act in a certain way that is negative, you definitely would need to unpack that with somebody who's a professional. Like there's reasons why you think and feel that way, and there's nothing wrong with you, but you can definitely get the help to be in a position where you're like, I'm just going to do this knowing that I can better myself, and there's probably always more I can give. Yeah. But what's available to me right now is this.
It comes back to what we talk about all the time is the core values thing, right? It's like, is your training an expression of a core value?
Yeah.
Or is it a unhealthy pursuit of control or whatever?
It's got to be tied back, because if you're like, oh, I'll be happy when, or people will like me when,
and that happens. Yeah, and I think if we had this conversation, I am getting old, 10 years ago. Yeah, it would be a different.
Yeah, it's like I'll get more girls this time. I'll get more guys' attention. Yeah, when I'm this, and I'll have more friends, and I'll be more popular, and that is when we're in it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I said to someone the other day, like, that when I posted that photo, then we got on the Zoom call, and just like the way my camera was, I was like, fuck, I look henched. And I was like, the brain's fucked. And then, my mate was like, and everyone else was just like, oh, I'm glad Ben's here. And that just fucking leveled me straight back. Like, like no one else gives a fuck. It's just like, are you nice to them? Is their day better having seen you? Yeah. They don't give a fuck how lean you are, bro. It doesn't impact their day. It's like, it's so valuable.
Yeah, the hardest part as well on top of that is there's definitely a lot, like a pressure we put on ourselves as fitness professionals. Yeah. That does weigh on people, and especially being a younger person. Yeah. There's a lot more pressure because you don't have the stack of proof elsewhere. Yeah. So if you're a young coach and you're in fitness and you don't have the results, you don't have the education, and you don't have the confidence, then how you look is like a big portion of that stack of proof that
even
you bring.
If you have all those things.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, even now, like I'm just like, well, no one wants the skinny, fat bodybuilding coach. Like everyone wants the
Yeah.
The one that's looks like he does
3 grams a week. Yeah.
the thing. So there is that undeniable pressure that comes with that, which I think is a really hard thing to navigate as a young person.
Yeah.
Because once you build that stack of proof elsewhere,
Yeah.
and even just life.
Yeah. Well, that's what
once you build that stack of proof of who you are, who you stand for, what's important to you, who you love, who loves you as well. That's a really important one, to be loved. I think you become less reliant on how you look because you know that you make up so much more elsewhere. You're like a more complete person than just like, oh, this person's just big and jacked, so they must be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where I was going with it as well. And if you think about the life, where you are in life when this is most prevalent, it's our early 20s.
Younger. Yeah.
Because like first couple of years out of high school, you're still together but doing fun shit. You can go out now. You're old enough now. You can drive places. And like you keep your sort of core group, and you just do more fun shit than what you could do in high school.
Yeah.
And then eventually, people will start to grow at different rates and go in different directions with life, and your friendships group tends out like
to get small.
You're an outlier, but tends to get smaller. Relationships are different. Things evolve differently. So then you're sort of like trying to figure out where you fit in, who you are, all that kind of shit. And then you put in this pressure on like, well, if I'm the gym person or if I'm the jacked personal trainer, then that gives me value. And you're trying to figure out like what you actually offer the world at that point, and become aware of all this shit that you weren't aware of when you were younger. It's like a weird transition point in life. Because like now it's like, oh, I love my job. I love who I work with. I love my wife. My relationship's really healthy. I have great friends, and I really like doing what I'm doing. So like walking around 5% body fat higher than maybe I should have been for the last 3 years, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like who you hang around with the most as well, because like none of my friends work out. Yeah, and we're all different shapes and sizes. Yeah, so I just wonder if like that's part of the reason why. Because imagine if all you hung around was like the GTL crew. Yeah. So it's just
I don't know what that is, but
Gym Tan Laundry, like Geordie Shore,
right? Okay,
Jersey Shore, or whatever. Yeah. Like, it's just like all you do is like it's just all about like aesthetics how you look
all the
and
time,
yeah. Like I wonder if that's all your core circle is, then there's probably a lot more pressure placed on yourself because of that. Yeah. Where like if you come from all walks of life and no one really you kind of just work out like people will treat you the same regardless of what you look like. Yeah. It's how you treat them. Yeah. Yeah, and just who you are as a person. Yeah. Yes, I just wonder if that.
It's the value of having different circles too.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in that circle, like you said, what I look like doesn't really matter.
No.
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
But what you look like doesn't really
it's not your value.
Yeah, that's it. It's like as long as you train and tie it back to like what's really important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're not and you're experiencing the feelings that, are negatively impacting your life, maybe just start with your values first. Yeah. See where you can tie in your training and stuff to them with your goals. And then if there's still a big disconnect there and you're still feeling, hardship or, whatever, then I've had clients kind of unpack this with a professional and come out the other side with a really healthy relationship with themselves. So I definitely think there's options out there to do that. So yeah.
I'm going to do a, what's his fucking name? Doesn't matter. I'm going to end with a quote.
Oof.
You ready? I care more about how you're growing as a human than your abs, your dump truck, or the amount of heavy circles you move up and down. But it just so happens applying yourself and achieving really hard things is one of the best personal growth strategies available.
Oh yeah.
So get to work.
Yeah. And that's with everything. I said to my wife, like, she sent me something about, sorry to not end this with the quote.
Fuck, I felt so good about that.
It's good. It's really good.
Read it well.
So I'm not into star signs. She was like, what are you again? And it was like Capricorn. Anyway, she sent me this thing and it was just like knee to a T. I actually couldn't believe it. Yeah. It was like you're self-motivated. Like you're always looking for something different. Like, even when the chips are down, you always look at like the bright side of things and blah, blah, blah. And then she showed me hers, which was something about like, likes purpose, career driven, wants for the next. And I just said, there's nothing more magnetic than, because that is you can be attracted to someone, or you can just be like
Yeah.
a really cool person, right? There's nothing more magnetic than a driven individual.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
And that leans into that same thing. It's like get to work, whatever that is.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
just make sure training's making you a better person.
Feels. So yeah, hopefully that was valuable.
Yeah.
If it wasn't,
We
and
tried
we
our
didn't
best.
hit the mark, we won't do it again.
You would just talk shit again.
I'll just talk about how small my calves and arms are for the rest of my life.
It's definitely valuable.
All right, guys. Well, as always, hope you enjoyed the episode. Like, share, follow, sub, comment, and we'll see you next time.